All right, one last bit, and it's the driver's side door pull, and I think this will be done. Man, I am excited. My name is Wayne and welcome back to the channel. I am so excited for this video because this is the culmination of all the projects that I've been doing on the Cuda this winter. So if you've been following along my build videos this winter, you know I just put a Bluetooth stereo in the car, as well as these Focal 6x9 speakers. And I also re-dyed the rear seat to try to match closer to the door panels and the kick panels that I have for the car. I also have the new door panels to install, and I have a really good video where I go through the whole process of trimming out the holes for some of the emblems and the mirror, as well as installing and refurbishing the armrests and those brackets. You can check that video out here. All right, so I think the first thing we're gonna put in the car is a Legendary Auto package tray. So this is a pretty cool piece. Legendary made this one. They didn't have it in stock, so it took me about a month to get it. So it's red to match my interior, and plus we have the really cool speaker cutouts. So if you didn't see my last video, when I put the speakers in the speaker shelf, I mounted them underneath. So I'm not going to use any type of speaker covers. Everything's going to sit below. So let's go put this in and see how it fits. So the speaker shelf is resting up in place and it looks fantastic. Man, what a difference that makes. So I think now we're gonna go get the rear panels and put those in. Man, I still can't get over how nice these pieces look from Metro. I can't wait to get them in the car. You know, it's funny. I was missing one set of the rear hardware, these longer special shoulder screws for these panels. So I ordered a set. And I just spent 20 minutes trying to find these things. Of course, I had them tucked away somewhere nice and safe. But the good news is I found them. So let's go put this one in. All right, so we have the driver's side rear panel in place, and it looks awesome, man. What a difference it makes. It's pretty bright, but let's get everything else in and we'll see how it matches up. All right, just finishing up the last screw here on the rear interior trim, and done. Looks awesome. Now we're gonna go put the window cranks on, and then we can put the seat in. All right, we got my little stash of parts here. All right, now it's time for those rear window crank arms. And I always like to have them keyed forward and down for the front and rear window cranks, and I believe, pretty sure that's correct. It's one of those little details, and it's always nice to get them all keyed the same way while the window is up. All right, done. Now it's time to get the rear seat in, and there's no real trick there, but the seat back always does go in first. Now it's time for the bottom of the rear seat. Now we'll have to kind of get it in there and then fish the seat belts up and over it before we tuck it in. So the rear seat is in. It's looking good. We have all of our seat belts in place, and I cannot wait till these new covers come in. Like I mentioned in other videos, I have them ordered from Legendary, but they're not due in until probably next fall or winter. So we'll make do with these until we get some new ones. But man, it's looking good. So today's Hot Rod Trivia question of the week is, what Mopar was the first vehicle to get the torsion bar front suspension? Think you know the answer? Stick around to the end of the video and I'll let you know. Alright, moving right along, and now we have my front kick panels to put in. Alright, so now we're ready to install the passenger kick panel. We have our screw already in place and we have our little retainer on the edge. And then we just got to slide it all into place. And you have a tab at the front. You want to slide underneath your A-pillar trim. Get that lined up. And then tucked over your edge. And now we just got to hope the screws align. There it is. All right, now we're cooking. Oh yeah, that looks nice. So here's our little clip. So we have that in place. And it's all fastened in nice. And you know what? It's looking really good. And next, yep, that's right. We have the sill plates to put on. Now I bought a reproduction set of these a couple years ago, and I'll tell you what, makes a world of difference. These things get pretty tore up and they're not that expensive to buy a repro one. And it makes a big difference, man. When they're all nice and clean and shiny, when you open the door, it really stands out and looks really sharp. So now we just got to get our screws and put these in. And one key piece you don't want to forget about when you're putting the interior trim back together are these little J clips. And then one key I've found as far as getting those rocker sill plates on is making sure this little tab is pushed all the way forward on the kick panel and all the way backwards. You want to get it really jammed up in there as far as it can go, or else you just won't have good alignment. All right, let's see how all the screw holes line up. Oh yeah, that'll work. Nice. Okay. All right, there we go. Got that started. Let's get them all started now. You know, having a good flexible light is such a key. Working on your car, man, I can't believe I waited so long to buy that one there. I absolutely love it. Forget those old days of, remember you ever have those old treble lights that you pull down from a cord? I mean, they're not bad, but man, these are great. Game changer. With those new batteries. You gotta keep all your batteries charged up, right? It's not so bad. Okay. Making our way down the line. It's funny how quickly this is going back together versus when I think about how long I've been working at it, you know? Holy smokes. Granted, I'm probably leaving the hardest ones, if you want to call them hard, the door panels for last. Those are a little more time consuming. Make sure you get all that stuff aligned just right. Alright, then we'll just snug up the rest of these. And this is done. All right, they look great. All tucked in, secured nicely as they should. Now before we install the door panels, there's just a couple of little clips I need to put on, so they don't come with the bottom retention clips, or as well as the clips at the top of the door panel that help hang it onto the door. So I didn't have either of those that were at least in good shape, so I bought some reproduction ones from Detroit Muscle Technologies. They have a lot of good reproduction clips and fasteners and gaskets and materials. So, all right, so we just gotta install these and we'll be all set. almost forgot to install these armrest clips in the door, and I should have did it before I installed the Dynamat, but not a big deal. I was able to get the first one in, and I tell you, I had a heck of a time finding these. These aren't reproduced. This was missing them. Yeah, one more thing this car did not have, so we just gotta be real careful. We want to try to get it one little corner in, and now let's see if we can just slide it on in without it dropping. All right, cool. Make sure we're just going. I'm just going to remove a little bit of that Dynamat, get it out of the way. Now we can make that nice and square. There we go. Mucho better. Now we're ready to hang the door panel. All right, so we're gonna try to hang this door panel at the top. There we go. All right, so now it's hung properly on the top. The little lock is through the hole. And now we're gonna carefully line our backs, get a little pick or a little screwdriver, and make sure all of our clips are lined up with the holes before we try to snap it in. All right. Not really looking forward to this part. Just working our way. Sure. Everything's on the line. Good. It's better. Alright, one last one to go. It's close. Ah, done. Sheesh. So these are reproduction screws for the armrest. They go into the door, and I painted them red. Just wanted them to try to match the best I could. Now, I had two that I believe are original, because I believe, from what I've been told by Alan on the car forums, that these are supposed to be black. So I don't have 4 black ones, and I decided, like, anyway, like I said, I just wanted to paint them red. I think it'll look better, won't stick out as much, as long as the paint holds up. And we'll see if we can go get these aligned. All right, sort of close. I think if we can just get the screw down in there with a little bit of love, I think we can get it all lined up. And if you're curious how the armrest and the cup and the bracket all goes together, I have a really good video where I assemble the new door panel. So check that out if you are curious. Oh yeah, now we're cooking. All right, back one started. Front one, let's see what we can do. Oh yeah, now. Now when I bought the car, those clips were missing, and I had a really bad door rattle, as you can imagine. So just one of those little details, man. You gotta have them. You can't skip out and stuff like that. If it's missing, you gotta search it down and try to find it. And for me, that was kind of a kicker, because they aren't reproduced from what I could find anyway, and not easy. All right, That looks great. Now all we have to do is the bolt for this guy, which is always fun. All right, so a 1/4 inch extension and short socket, and I was able to get it. Cool. Let's see, just tighten it up right now. And these don't take a lot of force. You can over tighten these and snap that bolt. I've seen it done. There you go. And of course you can't lock that unless the door is shut. Kind of one of those quirks in 1970, so you can't lock your keys in the car. All right, now let's do, should we do the latch now? Yeah, let's do the door pull. Of course, we have our screws on the outside too, we still got to do. All right. All right, so we have our door pull. And let's see, another 1/4 inch. And the 7/16. See, this one's always kind of a pain because you have to pull the mechanism out, which is not very comfortable. Again, try to get that all bolt started. All right, we got it going. No problem. Get my finger out of there. All right, cool. Make sure it's tight. One more. All right, that's good. Cool. All right. I think what we'll do now is, we'll do the window crank, and then we'll do our screws on the outside and button it up. All right. Let's put this in. Again, just like the rear, we're gonna have the window crank clocked, let's say at the 7 or 8 o'clock position with the window up. So, from my research, what I've heard, I'm pretty sure that's the right way to do it, and plus it seems reasonable where that's furthest away, and if it was backwards it'd be closer to you, could be in the way, right? So it's kind of like the most out of the way when it's in that position. So there we go. Okay, yeah, she works. All right, now let's go get our screws for the door panels and get it secured on the ends to the door. All right, so now it's time to put on the driver's side door panel. It's really going to be just the same for the most part, except we are going to have to deal with the remote mirror. I already have all the clips installed, top and bottom. And a big thanks to one of the forum members, Rob, who helped me out sourcing these armrest clips that my car was missing. So have 4 of them now, the right ones. I had to makeshift a couple before, but these are hard to find. So anyway, big thanks to him. All right, so just got the door panel hung. Got the little fastener for the remote mirror installed, as well as the front and side screws. I don't have a real good camera angle over here, but trying to get creative and show you what I can. And we already did the passenger, so you probably don't want to see everything I do on the driver's side. But it's come along really good, and no issues. Although I don't love these bottom door clips. They are kind of a pain. You have to like get each one aligned with like a little screwdriver, a flat blade, make sure all those pins are in the hole, and then give them a little love tap to tap them in. Yeah, can't say it's my favorite design. All right, moving along. All right, now we gotta put in those large red custom armrest screws to hold this in place. Nice. Yeah, I know these are supposed to be black, so I found out, but I think the red looks real nice in there anyway, so. Besides, I spent a lot of time trying to paint these red. I'm not gonna redo them black now anyway. Know what I mean? Trying to be real gentle with the screwdriver. I don't want to chip that pretty red paint. All right, now let's do the door lock. All right, one last bit, and it's the driver's side door pull, and I think this will be done. Man, I am excited. All right, we just got it. This one takes a little bit of finger strength. Didn't feel like it started right. All right, there it goes. There it goes. It's like I had that fear that I'm like, ooh, I might have just cross-threaded it just a hair. So backed it out and restarted it. All right. I think that is it. Yep, that's it. That's it. Woo! So everything is done and the project's complete. Let's check out these door panels. They look so nice. What a difference from what I had on there before. Man, incredible. And now the one thing I really want to do next is our new dash pad, but that probably won't be until next winter at least. But new carpet that was done about a year ago. We have the radio. Gauges are all rebuilt. We have the steering wheel that I did. That's the new PG Classics wheel. And there's the driver's side door panel. Man, it looks great. And they look a lot better of a match now to my front seats as well. And I just love how it all turns out. So the answer to the trivia question is, the first Mopar to get a torsion bar front suspension was the 1957 Plymouth Fury. Well, that is going to be it for this video. Thanks so much for watching, and hopefully you enjoyed it. It feels so good to finally get this big project wrapped up because it is springtime and I want to start driving the car. So hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet. And you know the deal, if you turn on that bell notification, you'll be notified each and every time I upload a new video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.